Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today we are seeing the return of the color challenge. For those of you who may be new to the channel, the color challenge is me, your boy, attempting to win a 7-game constructed event with a deck of every combination of colors. Now, what that excludes are a few things. We exclude colorless because it is not a color, and we exclude 4 colors because the 4 color lists become kind of these weird decks like designed around the hybrid cards that are all kind of lacking in identity. They're not very fun. So we're excluding the 4 color Nephilims, as some call them, but the 4 color combinations. We do use 5 color combinations. Also, don't ask about colorless. Not doing it. Cute meme. Can't win 7 games. All right. So we're starting off the color challenge with mono black. Now, last season, I did the color challenge on Twitch for a few months, and it was very popular. Then I brought it to YouTube, but with only about a month to go in the season before a new set was released, and there was a rotation. And this time we're starting it much earlier so that we can share the entire color challenge journey on YouTube, as last time we just ran out of time and weren't able to get through all the 3 color shards and the 5 color deck. But this time I am sure that we will. And we started it on Twitch. We started the journey just a few days ago using this mono black deck. So this pile, containing some new cards like Gutter Bones and Spawn of Mayhem and Drill Bit, is basically designed to be very aggressive, move things out of the way, and bash, bash, bash until the opponent is completely dead. Now, when we look at the deck, a few things that are not there are cards like Memorial to Folly, tapped lands I really did not want. I wanted to go 1, 2, 3 in as many games as possible, as much as possible. Also, getting in that damage is what enables the spectacle for cards like Drill Bit to do some hand hating and play your Spawn of Mayhem early. Midnight Reaper is a nice 3-drop in that it is an aggressive body. 3 power for 3 mana isn't mind-blowing or anything, but it does help. And when it dies, or with any of your other creatures die, you get to draw cards. So this lets you play your Midnight Reaper and attack into opposing blockers, just happy to trade or even see your Gutter Bones die to draw more ammunition. This deck is... I'm still not over it. This deck went 7-0 in the last event I played. I kind of can't believe it, but we're going to try to follow up that performance with a little bit of a show for YouTube. So let's go play the deck and see how it does. All right, our hand has the potential to go turn 1 thing, turn 2 hit your hand, turn 3 spawns, so I'm going to keep it even if there are way too many lands. By way too many, I mean 1 too many. If this were a 3-land hand and one of these were a 2-drop, it would just be the perfect hand. Get them Gutter Bones. Red mana. Stunning. Oh my. Get in there. Drill Bit you. Alright. Well, that's a lot of burn. So, what burn to take away? It seems like the Lightning Strike's an easy pick. But how about the second Drill Bit? What should that take? Should it take Light Up the Stage? And just cut off that card draw for later? Or should it take a Wizard's Lightning or a Skewer the Critics? I think Skewer the Critics is the easiest to turn on. And if the opponent can't hit the Spawn of Mayhem, it will get out of range. So, yeah, I think we'll just pull a bunch of my opponent's bolts away. We really need them to not hit a creature. If they don't hit a creature, we're in really good shape. I will have a spectacle now. Start the carnival music. Show the animation. Sweet. Our opponent found a runaway Steamkin. I think we will just kill that, but I'll attack first. Maybe the opponent will block the Gutter Bones, which would be even better from a value perspective. Chupa-dupa. So, Red Mage, how do you get out of this? You're down 10 life and you're down on the board They don't even want to try to fight through it. This hand lacks the payoff of other hands. There's no spawn of Mayhem and there's no Midnight Reaper, so we're reliant on just little dorks doing things. But I don't think you can ever mulligan these hands. You've got to give it a try. You do go creature into creature. You have a removal spell. It's a lot of pressure. Our opponent leads on Godless Shrine. To me these days that means Esper control mostly, with a little bit of that Esper mid-range deck going around. But this is something else. This might be a Knight deck. And that Knight of Malice is a big problem. I could play my own Knight of Malice and go for a trade of some kind. Or I could cast down the Knight right away and get in. Which, I don't love that. I think what I do is let my opponent have their Knight of Malice. They might attack with it next turn. I can play 2 creatures. If the opponent plays like a History of Benalia or something to block, I can kill the blocker and get him for 6. And try to swing the race. Let's see what it is. A bodyguard to protect the knight? That's annoying. So it looks like black-white knights. What is going to be the key here? That they don't draw the white knight, obviously. The one I absolutely cannot interact with. Also that I draw another land. That's going to matter. I can blow out their Knight of Malice and their bodyguard, though, with the right attacks. But the thing is, I'm not forcing through damage on this because of its first strike-ness. So I have to play my own knight here. So what I'd like to do is get the opponent into a situation where my knight and their knight are squaring off, and then I can cast down their knight. They sack bodyguard and like in the square off, they sack bodyguard to make this indestructible, and I cast down the knight in response. That's what I need to do. This is fine too. Our opponents decided to start attacking. I think that means they have another Knight of Malice. Or something. Alright, there's other Knight of Malice. Yes, good. So, I think we kill off this knight and crack. Just get a nice big nasty attack in. The opponent can block with the bodyguard, but then it can't protect the knight anymore. And that is a big old 9-point swing, so you know they want to block with the bodyguard. And the best thing to block is the Conquistador, because Gutterbones could, in theory, come back. But we'll see how they handle it. Yep, there you go. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, 2 Chupas just waiting on another black source. Ready to swing this game. The opponent, I believe, is also sitting on 3 lands, but our draw is obviously better suited to it. Now they're holding mana up, which is very likely a removal spell. So what's better, the Midnight Reaper or the Spawn of Mayhem? If I'm going to get something blown up, I'd rather it be the Reaper, right? So I'll put that on the battlefield. It also can help me get closer to that land. Now, I could attack with Gutterbones here. If I do, and the opponent has, say, a cast down for the Reaper, I throw away a Gutterbones. But if I don't, if they don't have a cast down here or something of that nature, I get to keep my Gutterbone. I get to have my creatures just waiting for a Chupa to clear this. So I think I'll do it like this. There's the Mortify. All right. Saw it coming. Unfortunately, that's not a land. It's another 1-drop. But our opponent's putting the knight in front of the knight, which is a trade, which means the road is clear for Gutterbones. Let's see what the opponent can put in front of it. History of Benalia. All right. You got a knight. Let's get in there. Nobody likes trading with Gutterbones. All right, there we go. Now, with our opponent at 8, we could play Spawn of Mayhem. I'm still wondering if that's the right play. I sort of think I should push the issue with Diregraph Ghouls until the opponent trades away their knights. But Spawn of Mayhem might end the game. So, yeah, we'll go for the biggest and the strongest. I was trying to look for a reason that the opponent would still have another removal spell, and they might, and they do. It's too bad. Right, Knights on counterattack. Let's throw Gutter Bones in there. Without question, happy to trade them away. The opponent not willing to do it. So here's a Knight of Malice, which, if they don't have a removal spell for the Knight of Malice, is going to do a good job against the Benalia. But with the way that they're taking damage and just the whole way that this game is gone, they could very well have another removal spell. But a Mortify can't target Knight of Malice. It would have to be a cast down. And the opponent's going to scoop it up. Man, if one of these swamps were a 2-drop. But I'm keeping. Got 4 lands, I got 3 creatures. Just don't flood me, and everything should be exciting. The Godless Shrine is ringing that bell again. The deck has decided to flood me. Please stop. No more land. My heart couldn't take it. And now we're up against Esper Control. That is going to punish the hell out of us. I'm pretty sure we're going to get Thought Erasured. I don't like it. I forgot what I was doing. I don't remember. They bend the negate. Makes sense. All right, get the job done. It's all up to you two. It's all up to the both of you. Iskanta, yep. Drill bit. Let's see if we can take out something from the opponent. I see a Moment of Craving and I see a Mortify. The Moment of Craving gains life. The Mortify does not. And then there's a lot of land. This is interesting. I'm sure that the Mortify will hit the Midnight Reaper. It will draw an extra card if we draw a way to put the pressure on, but the opponent kept their top card. It's a good card. That's not good. That's not good. Now, we'll know it's a... Well, they don't have double blue for a counterspell, but we'll know it's some kind of counterspell if they take this hit. And wow! Just... wow! So enraging. Alright, looks like they drew a counterspell. What would it be then? A Syncopate? Something that is 2 mana? Or 1 single blue mana? Otherwise, you definitely kill this, right? I don't know. Now they're bidding a Kaya's Wrath, so maybe they took a Kaya's Wrath, but that doesn't make sense either. Another Thought Erasure. I just drew a non-land card, you monster! How dare you? How dare you? I'm telling you, the whole way they played this is weird, but my draw is just handing the whole game to them. Like, the whole game. So, would you like to pick the perfect card out of your deck, or draw 2 cards, or play Teferi, or what? Like, because, you know, things are going really well for me. I just... Why? Why, God? Why does this happen to me? Why does it have to be against this deck? Yeah, take that. You're gonna Kaya's Wrath this? From 2 life, huh? Is that what it's gonna be? Show you. Unreal. Unreal. Alright. Biddy. There's only one other card in that hand. It can't even be a good one. So I'm guessing this is a land. Oh. Absorb, of course. Of course. Never mind. When did they pick you up? Was it just last turn? Just based on the way that the game went? It looks like we have a chance, but we don't. This game is so incredibly disgustingly over that I think the only thing I'm hanging around for is to see how many lands I can top deck off the top, just to bury me further, just to ruin me even more. I'm gonna do CGB Stories Insight. Yep. Oh, it's a card. Here comes a Marshal. It's one of the only cards in our deck that can produce additional threats. So that's something. Moment of Craving, of course. Let's exile some things. Out of there, spawns of mayhem. You did not spawn nearly enough mayhem today. So now our opponent has 2 zombies to face. Main phasing, looking for Kaya's Wrath. Again, you already played one and binned one. Chemister's Insight. Seems good. Well, if we can connect, we can get back our gutter bones. Go zombies. Hit! Bring me back a gutter bones. So we're going to lead with this because the opponent knows all about it. Also countering it, we can just get it back, which is pretty funny. And do I play the spawn? The opponent can probably find another Kaya's Wrath. What have they done? Activated his Kanta twice, which means it's probably not down here. They have played one and binned one. Well, thought erasure, right? Gotta do it. Go for it. Here comes Chemisters. You got a Kaya's Wrath in the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They get 7 freaking looks. Hey! You did it. You're the greatest magician. Wow, is it... Come on now. Pass your freaking turn. Oh, okay. So you play this card too. Weird. Not what I expected. That's your win con? I guess with all the red running around, it's not ridiculous. And Nebraska's Contempt. All right. Gone. Taking beats. Finally. Oh yeah? Well, check out my 1-2. Just put you in your place. I'm going to concede this game. I think everybody watching knows it's over. And gosh, that patch where we drew all that land buried us in a way that there's no coming back. Let's see, we don't have a 1-drop, but we've got 2 Reapers. It might be really strong. I guess we'll find out. That's, I think, the 3rd time. 1, 2, 3. It might be the 4th time in a row we faced turn 1 Godless Shrine. I didn't know the black-white was the new meta. But we played Esper Control, we played Knights, Basilica Bell Haunts. And now we play the Hero of Precinct 1 version. What nonsense is this? Alright, here's a Midnight Reaper. Get him. Yeah, shock yourself. Is it Thief of Sanity? It always is a Thief of Sanity from that deck. Alright, the opponent's not going to block with the Thief, so they don't need to know about this Chupa till after combat. Let's go. Choices are hard. There's a block. Here's 3 to the face. Now we Chupa away that Thiefy Thief. We're ahead, but we're just dead to a Basilica Bell Haunt if the opponent's curve is just that perfect. Well, maybe dead's too strong a word. We can always play another Reaper and swing with things that we don't mind dying. God, that's annoying. So much thought erasing in Standard these days. So with 2 mana open, is that going to be like a Discovery or another Thought Erasure? Either way, it's not good. It is how you would say bad. And they kept it on top. That's not good either. Well, then it moved to attacks. So they put up 2 mana. That seems like it's a removal spell, but... like, my best of 1 list runs a Moment of Craving and a Cast Down, but most decks don't have a 2 mana removal spell in this spot. So why would they Shockland? I think I just have to put it on them to have it. And I think we're attacking with everything. I don't think that holding back the Reaper is right here. I think if the opponent wants to trade for that with the hero, we take that deal. I think that Shockland was a big oops, or a very terrible bluff. Alright, down to 5, only 1 token. I'm confident that we want to play out our creatures, but do we also want to make a zombie with the Graveyard Marshal rather than commit another creature to the board? I doubt this is a Kaya's Wrath deck. Obviously, a Lyra Dawnbringer is a big concern. I'm just going to play out all my creatures, though. Go for the throat. Cross your fingers. There's the untapped 5th land. Basilica Bellhaunt. I'm glad that we played out our cards. That will gain 3 life, make a token. They have a 3/4. It's not the worst. Oh my god. Too lucky. Too lucky, friends. Everybody. Think the opponent can live on 1. That's doom. So you gotta do a chump. The opponent chooses to take out a Marshal with the hero, but not the Midnight Reaper, which I find pretty strange since I get to draw off the Reaper anyway. And the bones continue, getting guttered. This is it, Kai's Wrath or bust, and these decks don't usually play that card because they're all about battlefield presence, and we got it. All right, we are on the play. We've got little aggressive creatures. What more could you want? We don't have any spectacle payoff. I would like that. I would like some drill bit up in here, but we'll have to settle. We'll have to settle for the Conquistador. Another Watery Grave. All right. Go get him. Let's play... So, you always have to think about Thought Erasure. Moment of Craving. Like, there's no really good play. But if we play this and they're relying on Mortify, it'll get some points in. If we play this, though, it's more damage. So it's actually a really tough choice. Both died a Moment of Craving. Both are embarrassing in that spot. I'll go for the Marshal. We can't expect when we draw a Marshal early to be able to use the ability later. There's also the chance we get Thought Erasured. They pick, say, the Midnight Reaper, and then we can use a land to, if we draw a land, we can make a zombie and not overcommit to the board. But the opponent with a tapped land, which is perfect, because now we get to drill bit. My god. Look at this nonsense. Well, the pick is pretty easy. We take the Mortify to try to get more hits in. Our opponent doesn't have a Wrath yet, so we need to dodge them drawing a land for Vraska's Contempt. Once they do that, it's going to be harder, but we can cast down our own creature to prevent some life gain. But yeah, we take the Mortify. We have to kill them very quickly now. This is 7 damage, then 7 damage. So they have to not miss on drawing a land. They might Unmoored Ego me, which is... alright. I wonder what they name. They might name Drillbit just because they got annoyed. I'm very curious what they'll name. We have a lot of 4-ofs. It wouldn't be too hard to hit. And they did choose Drillbit because it bothered them. Alright. Dial up that pressure. Okay, we do not have a lethal attack if the opponent draws a black and plays Contempt on their turn from using Cast Down to save us. So instead we're going to play the Knight of Malice, and the opponent can see the Cast Down, so they have to play the Contempt now. They have to do it. And they have chosen their target. It is the Marshal. They go up to 8. We have drawn the land. Let's take them down a touch. And I'm going to hold up the Cast Down for whatever they might try to Contempt, because I don't know how they do it. There's got to be like a way. Yeah, I think they're dead anyway, so I may as well not commit into a Kai's Wrath. And the opponent sees that it is the end. I hope that you enjoyed this beginning of the color challenge and this look at mono black aggro. I was pretty impressed with the deck, more than I thought I would be. The next deck on the color challenge is going to be mono green, so look forward to that probably within a week. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video.